an A day or a B day?
It is an A week. At least that's what someone told me. I guess I should double check. Yes, it is an A week. Good morning.
Good morning.
Sure. Do you know if they've put in school business yet?
I don't think he's getting the school business for 0 hour, but for like, I don't know about the rest of the day yet. He's getting to
Who is it? Morton?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I didn't study it for so long, so I don't at least do like 5. Yes, I'm not expecting much to it. One of my friends do. No,
Okay, I am asking for number 93, which was the 3.3 book assignment from a few weeks ago. It was actually the day we were in the other classroom. So if you did not put that in Google Classroom before you came today, then I need your hard copy before you start your quiz, if you want full points. Our quiz this morning is no calculator. So once you have your phone and smartwatch put up and your desk cleared off, go ahead and start. Very similar to the 2 practice quizzes we did, so about the same in length as well. This quiz does not have the point values marked on there, but there are 6 multiple choice questions, and those are 2 points apiece. No partial credit on multiple choice, so double check that you're going with the answer that you feel is most likely to be correct. And then we have 6 equations to solve. So they're 3 points each, and there is partial credit available on those. So please make sure you make your work where I can follow it and show as much work as you can. And then I need to talk to you about a true-false quiz once all of our quizzes are in. And I do have a small assignment I need you to do between now and next Tuesday. This is an A week, so I won't see y'all tomorrow. But I'll give you all that information once the quizzes are in. But Looks like we've got all the quizzes in. So again, I do have a small assignment I need y'all to finish up. So let me speak on that first, and then I will tell you about this true-false quiz that we have next time. So weeks ago, practically a month ago, I gave you a big review for sections 1.9, 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and 3.4. I had you do the parts that we tested over already, the 1-9, 3-1, and 3-2. And I said, don't turn it in yet, because after we do 3-3 and 3-4, I'd like you to go back and finish it up and then turn it in. So when I gave that to you, I didn't put a number to it in your binder because I wanted it to be closer to the end test. So first off, you need to find that in your binder, and it should be halfway completed already. And my classes yesterday didn't have any issues finishing it in class, but it might be a little bit harder to find in your binder because you didn't number it. So please, please, please find that in your binder. If you can't find it and you have to start over, I do have extra copies on the bottom of the bookshelf, but obviously I'm not interested in you having to do the whole thing if you've already done half of it. So that's the assignment that I need you to do before next Tuesday. So next Tuesday we have 3 big things on our list. We're going to take a true-false quiz over log properties, and I'm going to show you a few examples of those in just a second. I'm going to take questions from this test review. So of course anything that's on the test review is likely to be on the test. And I'm going to pass back today's quiz so that you can see your mistakes and learn from those mistakes before the test. Again, this planning probably wasn't my favorite. That what you guys quizzed over today is the same thing that you're going to test over next Thursday. But today's quiz was a 30-point minor assignment, and the test will be a 50-point major assignment. So I guess in theory, if there were some things that you weren't quite solid on, you kind of have one more good opportunity to get it down before it impacts your grades more than it already has. Now, the true-false quiz, this is the first time I'm telling you guys of this, partly because it's not something that is very easy to study for. Basically, all the stuff we've been using for a month now, some of it should just come more naturally to you. But we do like to give you this true-false quiz to help you see that if you don't really know those properties and you only kind of know them, how that can sometimes mess you up. So what I did do is I made up a few example questions that are similar to what you should expect on your true-false quiz on Thursday. The true-false quiz is 17 questions, but I only do half a point each. So in the end, it's like a 8.5 point quiz. So it's not going to make or break your grade or anything. But just before we get to the test, it is good for you to maybe see that you're oversimplifying some of the properties. So go ahead and, before I let you work on that review, look at these 4. Which of these would you say you're most confident would be true? Or which question do you think is most likely to be true? Okay, does everyone agree number 1 is true? Okay, so that's just condensing. Separated with addition, you condense with multiplication. 7 times 5 is 35, so I agree with that. Any others you see are true? Okay, why do you think number 3 is true? Right, it's just change the base formula. So in my opinion, the stuff that's true should just feel a little more natural because you've used this 50 times or so, you've done this 50 times or so, so hopefully you know those things, and so those should feel a little bit more natural. What about question 2? Do you think that's true or false? Okay, what could I change the right side to say to make it be true? Right, so it looks like maybe the person brought the exponent up and maybe did 10 times 2 instead of 10 squared. So just something, just a kind of tiny little thing. It's close to being right, but it's not right. Those are not the same thing. What about number 4? Well, okay, so a couple things here, and this is why this is good for y'all to see this before the test. First off, natural logs can't just divide out. This isn't natural log times 100 over natural log times 10, so you can't divide out the natural logs. It's natural log of 100 over natural log of 10. But this is false. That's not true. It's almost like condensing, sort of, except the problem is you can condense addition to multiplication, you can condense subtraction into division, but you can't condense division, which is kind of what they look like they're doing. These don't just cancel out that way. So my rule of thumb is, if something's true, it should feel pretty natural. It should feel like something that you've seen many times. And if something's kind of iffy, sometimes you guys like try to convince yourself that something's true. If this was true, we probably would have practiced it 50 times in some form. If this was true, you should feel more comfortable with saying it's true if it really was true. So, I don't know. But that's just a few examples. So it's not like there's any new stuff on there, and it is true false, so you got a 50% guess even if you had no idea. And it's not worth many points, but just try to help you see that some of this stuff sounds like number 4 maybe was the hardest one for y'all on this one. Some of this stuff, if you kind of know the properties, then you may end up misusing them, which of course could domino and hurt you much more on the actual test. Okay, so the only other assignment I have for you is to please finish up that test review. Again, you should be pretty close to finished. Yesterday there were some people that finished it in like 15 more minutes, I think. So I don't know. Everyone works at different speeds, but it shouldn't be homework or anything like that. Especially since y'all have about almost 50 minutes of class, should be pretty manageable. Again, I don't know that you really need to study for your true/false quiz, but you are certainly, I'm not going to discourage you from studying from that. It's just kind of a hard one to study for. And then Thursday we will do the test review, and then this time next week we will have the 50-point test. That will be same type of questions, same type of skills, or very similar, I guess. I guess stuff from the test review would also be fair game. But bless you. Okay, so that is our plan. Obviously, if you guys see any questions, I'm going to take those questions on Tuesday, but if it's a question that's holding you back from doing multiple questions, then you should probably just go ahead and ask me today and not wait. So, should, as always, check your answers as well. The solutions to the entire worksheet should be on my website. So.